to The Gist on the Nigerian Television Authority, Akure. The Gist is a program that looks at social topical issues, the causes, effects, and solution. My name is Paulina Shadifamakima. You're welcome to the show. Well, the Ramadan season is here, and women play a very crucial role to make it an enjoyable and a successful one. That brings us to the topic for this week, which is reflection on the role Muslim women play during Ramadan. And I have a guest in the house to talk and rub minds with me. We are here to gist together. She is a Muslima, Siddiq Latifa. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you.
It's good to have you here.
Thank you.
So how is the Ramadan period going?
Alhamdulillah, it's going smoothly.
Okay. So before we start, we'd just like to know briefly about Ramadan. Just give us a brief significance of the Ramadan season.
Thank you. Ramadan is one of the only months in the Muslim calendar. It is the 9th month of the Muslim calendar. So it is a month of fasting. It commemorates with the revelation of the Holy Quran by the Archangel Gabriel in the Christian term. So it's basically just a month of fasting. It's one of the earliest months in the Islamic calendar.
Okay, so what are the major roles, coming to today's topic, the major roles women play during this period?
Well, women play a key role, a very vital role in the period of Ramadan. First, Ramadan entails two times that has to do with slightly extravagant meals. That's the iftar, and we have the sahur. The sahur is the meal we take. That's when they done the early morning meal, while the iftar is the one we take when we want to break. So those meals are usually slightly extravagant. So the women play a major role, a very, very key role in that aspect.
So now we are talking about the meal preparation, iftar and sahur. What are the type of meals that should be taken during the day and the night, specifically?
Okay, thank you. Well, being Ramadan, you have to fast during the day and you still go about your daily activities. So it's very, very important you take highly nutritious meal. Like, for one, the sahur, you should feed on foods that are rich in fruits and vegetables that has high fiber, so that it contains vitamins and phytochemicals that help in building the body. So it's also it's advisable you also take wholemeal, like your brown rice, your whole bread, because it contains high amounts of carbohydrates. So taking that also helps in sustaining your energy. You don't get too tired easily. So at the same time, taking the fruit and vegetables is like a mixture, balancing it in a way. Then it's also advisable you take your milk, your proteins, probably peel the skin of the chicken so as to reduce the fats. The egg, the milk, there is not too full cream for the adults. So it doesn't have to the cholesterol intake and all that. So you take your fruit and veg, it's very, very important. Your wholemeal, that's your brown rice, and the bread, very, very key. Then your milk also, your protein, it helps in building the tissues. So it's very, very important. Then one of the most important things, and it is sunnah, that is the sayings and deeds of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, is that you take dates when you want to break your fast. That's the iftar. It's advisable you take at least 2 dates, pieces of dates. We call it debinu here, the ones the houses sell. So it is highly
fresh.
Yes. So it is you might just sip on your water a bit first, then you take the dates, probably 2 pieces before you commence.
Sorry, you mentioned sip. You know, some people, when they just hear that, when they start making quality room,
yes.
Some people just carry water and
no, you shouldn't go down, so it doesn't. No, most times it's advisable you sit when you want to drink water. You should be sitting, then you take a gulp. Pause, take. Not like you are fine, you are dehydrated, you are thirsty, but you shouldn't just cup everything down. So you see, take the 2 days because it's actually highly nutritious. The sugar is
Just
very
two?
healthy. Yes, that's the sooner. Because it is very healthy, sugar wise, so it helps replenish that strength first. So yeah, a bit calm. Then thereafter you can decide to go and observe your Maghrib because it's evening period, so it's always during that Maghrib time. You observe the Maghrib after you might have rested a bit, then you take your iftar containing your balanced diet. So you might take your fruits. Then something very important also, most people will be like they are dehydrated, they are thirsty, they are rather go for beverage like Coke, Pepsi, soda drinks. Is not advisable.
Okay.
Like you can take that probably after you had eaten, you have something down there in your stomach, but not like you breaking the fast with that. Then oranges is also highly
Acidic.
it has either acidic, thank you. So you shouldn't take that.
For a starter.
Yes, you can take a watermelon, very okay. The water content there is super.
Something mild.
Yes, something mild. Banana, okay also. Then I just feel it's more advisable you take the dates and water first.
Fasting
then you can
is
go
very
on.
interesting,
Yes.
but you will see some people are very funny. The food they miss that afternoon,
They want
to eat everything. So what do you say about that? Loading your stomach.
Well, personally, I feel it's one special period.
Yes.
Like I feel the whole spirituality attached to it, the eating and everything. But the fact that you are hungry, thirsty, you shouldn't overload on, so to speak, on the food. Like you don't want to get congested. You still want to be able to like wake up in the morning for your sahur and take in something. So you shouldn't overload on the iftar the night before. So that by the time you're taking your sahur, sometimes actually when you wake up very early in the morning, not everybody can eat that early. So it's best for you not to overload on the iftar the evening before. So at least you still have a little space to take in something. But even that sahur, if you are not that hungry, even if it is water, just make sure you put something in your mouth, even if it is that water and date or something little. So you can't just say, I'm not hungry, I'm not going to take anything. No. Even if it is water, you just have to take something.
Can they take the dates in that morning?
Yes, they can. Just make sure you have something in your mouth, even if it is water.
So looking at meal preparation, women, we do a lot of things, but let's dwell on that meal a little bit. Now, look at technology. So women are having sophisticated things in their kitchen to make it so easy. While some women are really managing. So we need to help them manage what they have. Like you want to prepare bean cake, we call it kose or akara. So a woman has buchi mix blender, she just wakes up and blends it and it's all smooth. While another woman will be looking for where to go and grind it.
Exactly.
So how do they cope with all these things?
Well, I feel the world is dynamic, so all fingers are not equal, obviously. So I feel when it comes to the meal preparation, you still have your daily works you go to and all that, and you don't want to overwhelm yourself. It's 29 to 30 days at a stretch. So you shouldn't burden yourself too much. For instance, when it comes to the kose, the bean cake, so to speak, fine. Someone might have a bushi mix blender to make it easy for her, and she might not even feel it. But some might want to go to the old traditional way and be like, yes, so I have to use my own. That's not possible. I feel we should just all incorporate this technology. They are bean flour. You have your bean flour, you can easily get it. It's just for you to mix the paste. There's a way you do it. You have your grinded crayfish, add it. The flavor is superb. So it's still like the same. So you shouldn't
too hard on yourself.
You shouldn't be too hard on yourself. It's 30 days. You don't want to get all burn out. There's no point having that burnout. You should be there for your family and everyone else. Then take care of yourself also. Very important.
Of course. So now looking at women, there is this Islamic rule that if you miss fast, you have to pay back and all that. So is it applicable to women? They give birth, a monthly flow, breastfeeding, do they still pay back after all this?
Yes. I feel Islam is a religion of peace. Even Allah, the Creator, doesn't want to burden us. So it does not lay a burden on anyone more than they can bear. So when it comes to that, sometimes as a Muslim woman, you're probably on your period, menstruating, so to speak, and you feel like, I wish I could fast. and all that. But then it is nature. You just have to do it. So you shouldn't be too hard on yourself and be down and all. So after the whole fast, you have to pay it back. Probably 3 to 5 days thereabouts. You have to pay back before the next Ramadan. So it's more like in a year's time, you should make sure you've paid back before the next Ramadan. So I feel to make it easy, after the Ramadan, we have what we call Nta Akure, like the following month after Ramadan, Islamic Ramadan. We call it Nta Akure. It's just it's like a added sunnah that you fast 6 days in that month after Ramadan. So I feel during that month also, you don't have to fast at a stretch, probably pick it two. But to make it easy for the women also, so we don't forget and not pay back before the next Ramadan, during that period even if it's your 3 to 5 days, just try and pay back. You might actually spread it also, just to make it easy. Then for the women who is breastfeeding, it's advisable for you not to fast. Obviously, you're breastfeeding, you have to take in food, you have to eat because of the baby. The baby is feeding, you're feeding the baby, so you have to replenish the food also. So it's advisable for them not to fast. They are exempted from fasting. But after breastfeeding, before the next Ramadan, just make sure you pay it back also. There's a way you walk around your own schedule. It's a month, probably in a year's time before the next Ramadan. That's just to make sure you pay back. So for the aged women also, the sick women that can't fast also, the traveling women also. Probably you're on a long distance journey and it's not that easy for you to fast. So you're also exempted. If you are sick and not feeling fine, you are exempted. But you pay it back. Then if you can't pay back for the sick and aged women, if you can feed them, if you can feed a fasting person, like you can feed a fasting person also.
Yes, it's a way to pay back.
Yes, to pay back. Especially for the aged and the sick.
I was actually coming to that.
Like that, so you can pay back. So because in Islam they'll be like, one who feeds a fasting person gets a reward as the person who is also fasting. So I think everything, when it comes to Islam, everything is just about your intention. They'll be like, your action shall be judged according to your intention. You have the intention to fast, but you don't have the strength to go about it. Let's say someone that has what's it called now? Ulcer. Or a medical condition that won't allow you to. So you can easily feed someone else who is fasting. So in a way you
receive your own reward.
Exactly, as that of a fasting.
So looking at feeding people, which people can you feed that will make it acceptable? Because I noticed that most people in this part of the country, if we want to give, we go to beggars or Almajiri school. Which are the acceptable people? Is it everyone or where? How do we do this? Anybody that want to feed those who are fasting?
Well, when it comes to that, that's charity. When it comes to charity, Ramadan is a period whereby you want to increase your spirituality. Then you revel in the art of doing good also. So by giving out in charity is also a way. Even the Quran be like, the women should give in charity, even if it is out of your ornaments. You should give out in charity during this period. So those that are entitled, the so-called person you feel you should give. Sometimes you know of some persons, they be like, they don't really have, but they won't come to you. And there are some that will be very vocal to ask. So sometimes you even live in your vicinity, you be like, okay, this economic situation and all that. Probably a neighbor, sometimes you see people's countenance, they might not come to you outright directly, but you just feel, okay, these children, let me just give them probably a Congo of rice, a lot of them going at your gardens, just giving them. They are not asking. Some people have that, I won't say pride, but not everybody is very vocal when it comes to. But you going out of your way to do that is just, the person will just take it so gladly, like, how do you know I'm in need of this? Then fine, you have the beggars around also, the Almajiris, you see them all around. So obviously, they also have a part of that little wealth Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had given you. It's not little anyways. So it's been satisfied and all that a certain percentage of your money should go to charity, like charitable causes also.
Alright, so in case you're just joining us, the program is The Gist, and we have been looking at the reflection on the role Muslim women play during Ramadan, and of course it is Ramadan season. And my guest has been Siddiq Latifa. She's a Muslima and she's here to enlighten us on the role women should play during this season. So let's look at spiritual practices. Apart from cooking, what are the spiritual practices expected, from women?
Well, Ramadan is a period whereby it's like 30 days of spirituality, mercy, forgiveness. So everything is encompassed in all. So it's just like this month, everybody wants to be closer to the Creator. We want to make judicious use of the month. So aside you cooking, you're cooking for your families, you're getting the reward actually. So for women that feel overwhelmed that I'm just cooking, no assistant, even the men will just wake, they will pray, observe their normal prayer. So it feels, when it feels like you're the one bearing the brunt of everything, you shouldn't.
You should do it smiling, not
exactly, because you just like, I'm actually getting a reward for this. So you should just be happy, lift yourself and do it. Ramadan is a month of blessing. But so to speak also, you shouldn't also miss out on the more significant things you should be doing. Like, I feel there's a way you should go about it. Fine, aside you cooking your own from, taking care of your own fruits, you might be working, probably an entrepreneur, going to the offices and all that. So I feel going about reading, setting a goal that yes, every day I'm going to read like 10 pages of the Quran every day. Set it to yourself, set your mind to it. The world is a global village. You go about with your phone.
You have audio messages.
Audio messages. You could easily listen even while cooking, while you're driving, while you're walking, you're listening to it. So in that way you're achieving something off your checklist. So I feel aside that also, you should work at night also to observe your qiyam. We call it qiyam layl. That's your night prayer. During that period, mostly around 3 o'clock there about it to be like there's a period you feel so close to Allah that even Allah gets closer from the seventh heaven, closer to the human during that period. People might be sleeping and up, but you wake up. Even if it's two rakats of salat, you observe it. It is advisable that yes, during the period of Ramadan, you should say the whole seek forgiveness. We say Muslims, yes, we say the old Subhanallah, that God is great, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, there is no God except Allah. So all those du'as, prayers, you say them. But most times when you pray at night, it's like you're observing the prayer, you are saying everything, you're reading parts of the Quran also. Then you going down, prostrating, going down, going up also. It's more like you've completed all those du'as all in one. Okay. So you should go about doing that also.
So let's look at the spirituality, so how you dress. You notice that during this Ramadan, people look neater and all that. So how do you expect women to appear?
Well, women, of course, they have to appear way neater. They all cover the jab, the whole everywhere all covered and neat, and you smell nice also. Actually, they feel like Muslims should not wear perfume, strong perfume.
Okay, oil-based.
Yes. Something just minute, that mild. I feel she just wear that smile also. Aside that, then most times also during this Ramadan period, you should avoid some things like gossiping or gist. When it comes to that, they will say women we are. But we say no, we are not gossips. We gist. Well, you should just avoid any form of gossip or gist whereby you backbite other persons. Then you shouldn't be provocative. Like you should not try and anger any other person. Even if anyone angers you, you just be like, I'm fasting. So once you say that like 2 times, even when you want to get angry, it subsides in you. Because yes, I'm fasting. I should not do some things. So there's no point exchanging words with the person, so you just walk away. So you should be open to helping also. Probably is it knowledge wise. You want to give in charity out of the little you have also. So it's just a month whereby you revel in good deeds. You want to be so close to Allah and give your best. I feel this period also, at the point in time, not everybody goes to the mosque. So this time you tend to see faces, you'll be like, Because of Ramadan, we are seeing you in the
Yeah.
we are seeing you in the mosque, but I just feel you just need to encourage people. Everybody wants to be closer, so you don't need to castigate anyone that yes. So because this is the period of Ramadan, that is
You embrace them, you don't judge.
Exactly, you don't judge. We do so we don't judge.
Yes.
Like that. So
what are the likely challenges that women have during this period?
Well, during this period, especially women with kids, you have the family with you, probably a certain family, more persons, more mouths to feed. It's not as easy. And most women are not, most men, I feel this is where the men come in also. They should give their women all the support they need. It might not be, even the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam cooks, help his wife in cooking.
Tedious parts.
Yes, in cooking, like during their time then. So it's not a patriarchal society where the burden of everything is on the woman. No. The times the women helps out his wives. Play with them.
Especially the working women.
Exactly, play with them. So we should just support them. Even if they are all tired, they will do it with this happy smile on their face. You are there. Even if you are stealing the clothes and going, but you are there to give them the moral support. Then something that is very important too, I feel for the men to please take note. God bless all the men for us. But then a woman should not wake up, feed you for like 20 to 30 days without you even saying thank you, like buying her a gift. After the Ramadan, we have the Eid al-Fitr. That's the celebration to commemorate the ending of the fast.
So it's an opportunity.
Yes, for you to buy her new clothes or something
to
like that. Just
to
say yes, to spoil her, just to say thank you. Then the other way around, in a place where, in a situation whereby the woman is also probably better off financially than the man. There's nothing wrong with the woman also buying something for the man. even if there's something we call zakat. After the whole Ramadan, a family will give out that zakat. There's a way they measure it. So you give it out to someone in need before you even go out to the Eid to pray. So even if the woman is way better off, even if it's for her to measure the whole zakat, give it to her own husband rather than take it to an outsider when you know your husband needs it. Even if you give it to the husband and the husband gives it back to you, that yes, come and start. So it's a way of you also doing that. Let's just say it's just for us to support each other, encourage one another, and may Allah make it easy.
So what are the likely reward that women get for all these sacrifices they made during?
Well, first of all, blessing. So you having that at the back of your mind that it's a month of blessing, then you want to make use of every opportunity to gather as many rewards as you can. It's a month of blessing first. Then you doing that cooking. I said when one who feeds a fasting person also get the same reward as a person fasting. So you're doing that with an open mind and spreading, yes, in my mind I'm also getting a reward, so you're happy. Even if you're not tired and it beats, you're doing it light with a light heart, and you're happy doing it. Then reading the Quran also during that period also, it's very, very key, because during the Day of Judgment, the Quran will also will serve as an intercessor. It intercedes for you. So most times when it comes to you reading the Quran during this holy month, you are not just reading it, you want to read and digest it, understand it, live it. Like, it's more like you just increasing your whole spirituality, then your limbs also. So by the time, during the Day of Judgment, probably a particular verse will also actually intercede for you, that yes, you're ready, you've done this,
So during this period now, is it good for a woman to isolate herself or to join support group that will make her stronger spiritually and otherwise?
Yes. Support group is so ever important. You can't do it on your own. You should know. There's no need isolating yourself. Actually, in Islam, you have the option for the women now. The option of praying in the house or going to the mosque to pray. So either of the two you can choose. But if you're going to the mosque to pray, helps.
You meet other women.
You meet other women. You organize You meet other women, they support you even when you're all sad and down.
Even they will see your content.
Exactly, they will make you laugh, you get lifted, you're able to share all your griefs and your worries with them. Then going online, there's this Muslim women organization online. It's like an online platform. But easily subscribe to join, getting newsletters. So it's more like giving the Muslim each other supports. You're free to share your grievances without anybody castigating you or all that. And I feel during this period also, especially the normal traditional wherever we go to the mosque, meet with other women. There's this Asalatu program they go to on Sundays whereby the women come together. So most times they have this forum. So in a way whereby you'll be like, okay, it is Ramadan period, we have 29 to 30 days in Ramadan. Okay, why don't I host iftar this evening? Probably those are a bit close by your community, you're hosting the iftar on your own. So people coming around, eating. So I feel Islam, iftar should be iftar should be a meal that is enjoyable. You see the whole savory taste, different tastes, and everybody coming together to eat and sharing the meal you're hosting. Then another time someone else is also hosting. I'm like, Ismail, you come to my house, let's host you also. Then getting there, you guys also eat, you share, you play. The women will be with the women, the men with the men. The children also playing around.
You get to bond
so
together.
You get to bond and you get to gather support from other women. So you don't feel all the time that I've worked since morning, I'm back here, waking up again to cook. I'm back home, I'm not resting, I have to prepare iftar. I have to wake up in the night. After the iftar, I have to clean up and wash up. After that again, you'll be like, okay, the men are just there. After the whole prayer, observing their prayer, reading the Quran, doing all the obligatory salawat. At the end of the day, they will still watch TV and you are feeling a bit stuck.
Thank you so much, Muslim Latifa, for being on the show. You've been able to enlighten us and I really, really appreciate this. Alright, I hope you have been able to learn from us, Muslim women out there, on the reflection of your duty during the Ramadan period. I urge you all to please support so that we all get the reward. Thank you so much for watching. I am Folasha from Akiwa. I urge you to join me same time, same station next week for another bumper package. Until then, bye for now.